And here we are with the Family Connection Cooking Matters class, and we are going to have to make our wonderful dish today is a frittata, and this is Caroline Coates, the dietetic intern, who's going to be our expert in preparing our dish today, and I'm Tammy Allen, Family Connection Coordinator. So with that, we will go ahead and get started on our recipe. I hope you enjoy, and we'll make this at home.
Alright, so today we're making a mini frittata. It is like a baked egg dish, and we're just going to use a muffin cup, so it's a great grab-and-go breakfast for the morning. But first, let's go over our ingredients. So we do have olive oil. We'll need a teaspoon of it, and we'll also be using half a cup of diced onion, half a cup of diced bell pepper, and 2/3 cup of shredded cheese, 3 cups of baby spinach, 6 eggs, and our cooking spray at the end. But let's go over what foods we can use with our WIC vouchers. So we have our eggs, great source of protein for us, so we can use, these are just a dozen of white eggs. We have shredded cheese. This is just sharp cheddar, and you can get shredded cheese with your voucher. And we've got some baby spinach, red bell pepper, onion. Yep. So you can use your WIC voucher for those ingredients. The only ones you could not use them for would be your cooking spray and then our olive oil. Stop or keep going.
Okay, so our first item that we're going to need to get chopped and ready to saute is an onion, and we've chosen a sweet onion. I just have a personal preference for that, although you could use white onions or red onions. You know, they're white onions and red onions have a little stronger taste. So I'm going to try to get a half a cup of chopped onion, and it says finely diced. So I have this little chopper machine that is new, and we hope that it's going to work, but it's an excellent tool with children. And you know the claw method, you take your hand, put it on the item, you put your knife between your fingers and cut down. There are a lot of other methods for chopping that you can use, but for my little machine, I'm going to attempt to do it like this. So take that onion and break it up so that it goes down into the little cup. Do not touch those blades, and do not let children play with this appliance if you happen to purchase one or win it from us if we give it as a door prize sometime, which we're planning on doing. So I'm going to try to get that much, this whole half of onion in this little machine. And if it doesn't work, then we'll know we can't do a whole half of an onion in there at a time. So let's piece this onion skin there. I'm just going to firmly put that down in there. And then we put this lid. Yeah, the onions are in the air, because my eyes are telling me that. And we were just talking about how onions can make your eyes. So this little appliance has a pull cord that I'm going to pull, and it's going to make the blade turn. So we're going to see how that works. Can you see how that's chopping? Isn't that cool? I'm going to open it and see how finely chopped that is. There's still some big pieces in there, but that's okay. I'm going to do it just a couple more times and then go on to the other vegetables so we don't take so long on the one vegetable. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to measure the half cup. I'm going to carefully remove my blade. And my half cup measure. That was an ice machine, by the way. Yeah, I'm tearing up. So that half of an onion is more than enough for that half cup measurement we're looking for our recipe. So that's what we're going to do, and we're going to saute that over at the stove, but we'll let Caroline go ahead and show you the other vegetables and how to chop them.
Okay, so next we're going to chop our bell pepper. So take your knife, and when you hold your knife, you want to make sure you want to hold it comfortably but secure. So you can take your pointer finger and your thumb, you hold it like that, and then wrap your fingers around. You know, you do want it to feel comfortable, but that's our safe way. And remember that claw. So I'm just going to slice the top here. And why I did that is you can actually use this, so we're not throwing away. We want to use as much of that bell pepper as we can. So here we are. And then just going to chop it in little pieces. And like our onion, we're going to have half a cup. So if you want a little smaller, that's okay. But all right, but first, don't forget about that core. So you don't want the seeds in there, and you also don't, so you can just take it out, one piece, almost. So we took the seeds out, but we're also going to take out the white ribs. They can be kind of bitter, so we don't want that with our sweet pepper. So you can tear them, and then we'll go in with our knife, and just, first I like to cut around them. And if you can see, we'll turn it using our claw and just trim it off while saving as much bell pepper as you can. Stop it here, and then I can. Okay, so in our pot here, we have a teaspoon of olive oil. You can use a pot like this, or you can use a skillet if that's what you have. And we're going to saute our onions, peppers, and those 3 cups of loosely packed spinach. With your spinach, if you buy it in the plastic bag, like in the salad section, just read and make sure on the bag it says that it is washed and ready to go. If you're buying the bundle of spinach, then you will need to rinse it and pat it dry. But I'm gonna go ahead and put in our peppers, onions first to let them get a little head start on our spinach. And with sauteing, you're just cooking it on kind of a medium-high heat, and only in just that little bit of olive oil, so it doesn't take too much to get the job done. Okay? And what's going to happen is our onions will soften and they'll look a little translucent, kind of more clear, and then our bell peppers will begin to soften as well. You'll really be able to start to smell it. But you can keep it stirring, stir it every now and then. And again, this is about a medium-high heat. If your onions are browning a little quickly, or they're just browning at all, you may want to turn your heat down. Some stoves can be different with their temperatures. For our stove, medium-high for us is on 7 out of 9. On the numbers, on the knob.
You can hear it cooking.
Mm-hmm.
You notice the heat's on and cooking.
Yeah. So peppers are also a great snack. If you want to just slice them raw, you can serve them with a dip or ranch, along with your baby carrots. And they're also a great source of vitamin C. It's good for our immune system. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and add our spinach in. And I'm just gonna do little handfuls at a time. And if you want, you can always, If you want, you can always give your spinach a little rough chop, but keep in mind that your spinach it'll shrink as it cooks, but if you want to give it that extra chop, you can go for it. And it will take just a few seconds. Now our spinach, of course, is one of our leafy green vegetables, and it's a good source of vitamin K, which helps our blood clot. You know, when we get a cut, it helps to stop the bleeding. And it's also a good source of calcium. So it's a way to get calcium and iron as well. And as you can see, it's starting to wilt down. It'll get darker in color. And once our spinach is wilted down a little bit more, your veggies are soft, we're going to turn the burner off, and we're just going to remove the pot from the heat while we go back and whisk together our egg mixture, and then we'll come back to our veggies before we put our frittata in the oven. All right. So remember, we've set those sauteed veggies aside on the stove. We'll come back to them later. But in our bowl, we have 6 large eggs. And I'm just going to not whisk everything together yet, but just kind of with my whisk, just break apart the yolk. You can do that by just pressing down, and it breaks real easy. Or you can use a fork if you don't happen to have a whisk. So to our eggs, we're going to add 1/4 cup of 1% milk. And if you get a different type of milk on your voucher, whether it's whole or fat-free, that'll work too. And then we have those 2/3 cup of our shredded cheddar cheese. You can use really, I think, any kind of cheese you want. All right, so now we're gonna whisk it up. And that is just kind of stirring a little bit. Just mixing your eggs together, your milk, getting that cheese all in there. There's no right or wrong way to do this. But once you see that your eggs and milk have kind of become one mixture, you'll know you're good. All right, so I'm gonna set this aside for just a second. So remember, we're cooking in our muffin tin. So making little individual frittatas, and we're going to just use our cooking spray and just spray each muffin just so it doesn't stick. Makes for an easy cleanup. All right, looking good. So now remember those veggies. I'm going to go grab those. If you're bringing it to a different counter or table, you may want to put a towel or a pot holder underneath just to protect your surface top. All right, so you can take a spoon, and what we'll do is we're going to spoon a little bit of the vegetable mixture into each muffin tin. This recipe makes 12. So you just want to kind of use your eyes and judge. We're not making them really full with the vegetables and the eggs in there. I might use my wooden spoon. With the vegetables and the eggs in the muffin cup, it should be no more than 2/3 full. Keep in mind that your veggies still might be a little hot, so we don't want to burn ourselves. But just scooping a little bit in there. And I'm going to do a few of them, and then I'll show you the eggs. All right, so we got 3. All right, so to make it easy for my eggs, I've just got a 1/4 cup measuring cup. That way I can just scoop my eggs. And just pour it over those veggies. And again, we're not filling all the way to the top, so that was a little high, so let's see. There. Now once you have all your muffin tins full, we're going to put this in the oven at 375 for about 20 to 25 minutes. You just want them to be golden brown on the top. Alright, so it's been 25 minutes and you see we've got a little golden brown on top. So now you have your grab and go breakfast or snack or any meal you prefer. Okay, so it's in 5 minutes. You want to let 5 minutes, let these rest for 5 minutes in the pan before you try to take them out. We just have a plastic spoon, so we're just going to scoop and it just sets on our plate and you're ready to eat.
So the colorful makes it so
And
appetizing.
you can see you've got your different colors, which helps, you know, we eat with our eyes first, so it helps look really appetizing. And our kids can eat it. They can just pick it up with their little hands. You can talk about the colors, what they see, how it tastes, and enjoy a delicious treat.